What's up, YouTube Millie? If you are new, YouTube Millie means YouTube family, okay? If you are new here, you are welcome. I'm rolling the red carpet for you. My name is Mideje. I film everything beautiful, lifestyle vlog, travels, and all of that stuff. If you want to be part of any of this, you know what to do. Just hit the subscribe button. With my available resources and research, I will be telling you the factors that determine where you should stay and maybe one or two places that is actually best for you, okay? Without further much ado, guys, you know how we do it. Let's dive right into the video. Welcome back, guys. Actually, this video is not only made for people that are relocating to the UK. I'm actually making this video also for people that are in the UK. They've been here for a while maybe, but they want to move to another part of the UK, not necessarily England, but I feel and I know that this video will solely be useful to somebody. So guys, I know choosing a location to live in the UK or to live in wherever you are actually is a big deal for many of us. You know, it's such a hassle, it's such an hustle to actually know the suitable options for you, especially when you have various options. It makes it really hard. I remember for myself too, I had to start asking people, how is this place, how is that place? But then it all boils down to the fact that you have to consider some major factors that really matters to you, and trust me, these factors are relative. What I count as priority might not be your own priority, so you have to know what really matters to you. Buying a property or renting an apartment or relocating to a new area in general is actually an important decision in our lifetime because it tends to affect other parts of our life. It affects how our the other aspect of our life we turn out to, so we have to make very wise decisions. On my list is the cost. Of course, before anything, I believe before anything, you have to know that. Ask yourself, can you afford that area? Because to me, that's the most important thing. If the answer is yes, you have to base it on your annual income or your monthly income. It depends. As for instance, London is almost more expensive than anywhere else, okay? And then the south of England is more expensive than the north. You know, so you have to consider all of these things. Places with what's it called, multicultural diversity, places with more people tend to be more expensive. So you have to look at your annual income or your monthly income, because even if everything seems okay, if you can't afford that area, forget it. If you're somebody coming to the UK newly, you have to consider how much are they going to pay me, how much will this environment will it cost me. You have to do a very basic research, because if not, you're going to start moving even before settling in properly in this new location. So affordability is something that really goes a long way, and it really matters. And don't base it on assumptions and expectations. Don't assume, okay, I think it to be like, oh, do your research. Don't base it on assumptions. Oh, this person is going to help me. This person said he will be giving me £200 every month, my dear. In my head, the whole premium tiers. So know what you can really afford. Don't base it on helps and assistance from people. You as an entity of your own, you are the one relocating. If you are married, okay, work with your partner. Do you plan to have children or you already have children? This is also a major factor that you should know before relocating, okay? You should consider before relocating. You have to know where I'm moving to. Is it Is it child friendly? Is it children friendly? Are there good schools, quality schools for my kids to go to? And then even if they are good schools, are your kids children, teenagers? You know, you have to consider all these things. Are they in primary school or in secondary school? If you're a single person, then this factor might not be so important to you. And even if you're a single, but if you're considering to have kids very soon, I think you should also consider this. It is solely important. Crime rate is also a very important factor to consider before moving to a new location. What is the crime rate like? If you have kids, are my kids safe enough in this environment? There are actually some places that the crime rate is really high here in the UK. We London, Birmingham, and some places like that. That doesn't mean people don't stay in these areas, don't get me wrong, but our priority differ. So if you feel crime rate is very important to you, then you must well avoid some areas. So do your research, know the crime rate of some particular areas before you even decide to move to these places. Okay, another factor you have to consider is the employment opportunities in that new environment. Okay, especially if you are somebody who stay alone in the UK, your partner wants to come and join you, or you're bringing somebody to the UK one way or the other. What are the chances that this person will get a good job? Okay, if this is top on your list, then you have to consider the employment opportunities in your new area. Are there companies around? Is it an area that has that have different production centers? How populated is it? Because sometimes the more populated an area is, the more available jobs are, or the higher the employment opportunities. You don't want to really stay in an area where there are no job opportunities, and then you are now stranded, and it's going to disrupt a lot of things in your lifestyle, in your life. When you relocate into a new environment, ensure that you leave room for career flexibility, especially if you are a very ambitious person. Even if you relocate to that place and you want to change jobs, ensure that don't move to a town that is a one sector employment area, like this is the only thing they do there. Ensure you go to somewhere that is diverse, somewhere that is populated, because sometimes the more populated an area is, the more the job opportunities really. So if you're someone who have kids, you want a job that will be closer to your home, you have to consider all these things. Career flexibility is very important when considering where to buy your home or where to relocate or move to in the UK. Concerning affordability, you don't want to break a bank because you want to relocate or you want to live somewhere in the UK. If you know that your annual income cannot support you living in a very social or very big area, at least go to somewhere that you can afford for the meantime. Then when you feel that you are more stable financially, then you can make other choices or preferable choices. Sometimes you have to compromise in life, really. You don't want to always borrow money from people, especially in a country where everybody is hustling themselves out. To really get people to borrow you money on a steady is hard. So if you don't know, this place is all man to himself. So you don't want to break a bank to relocate or to go to an area because maybe all in the name of I want to live in London, I want to live in central London. Those places are very expensive. You just want to be the talk of the group or the talk of the town or whatever, and you are discomforting yourself. It will not last, my dear. It's not last. You last is you that will suffer it on your own. Okay. And another point is that you have to consider your own lifestyle. Okay, now you can afford it, you've considered your children. Well, like I said, these points are relative. For some people, their lifestyle is the optimum. Like every other thing doesn't matter to them. What really matters is their lifestyle. So if you're someone who is very social, you like to be, like to party, we know ourselves. Like to party, even though me is the opposite. Even with my like to party, where I'm staying is not that social, and that's because of my own priority. So it boils down to the fact that everybody's priority is different. So if you're someone who likes the social life, you like the bubbling, you want to be close to very social centers, tourist centers and all of that, you might have to consider this when relocating to a new environment or when you're just switching places. Okay, considering the availability or accessibility of shops, of city centers and all of those things also matter. Maybe you're someone who loves fresh foods all the time, you love to shop for things all the time, or you don't really like online shopping, you just like to go to shops. You might have to consider somewhere that is very close or somewhere that has close facilities of such. Hey guys, I think sometimes, especially for people that have children, it's actually better to move to places where you know people. Yeah, okay, so that's like, for instance, myself, when I was about to move to the UK, I have to start asking people that I know, are you here, are you there, who do you know that is here? Because we believe that if we have people that we know around, that makes us, it gives us this safety and this sense of belonging, that I'm not alone here. I also have people that I know. God forbid, if something happens, I can actually run to this person. So like for people that have kids, they go to where their families, apart from that sense of belonging, the fact that childcare in the UK is expensive, and we all know it's not easy to actually get a childminder or to get a babysitter, so they leave their kids with families, with friends, and all of that. So this might actually be a factor to consider, especially if you're a family person, you have kids, you can't always be around, you want someone to pick your kids from school, so this is something you should also consider if you are a family person, and if it's a priority to you, ensure you get an area where, or relocate to and move to an area where there are people that you share the same belief, the same mindset, you share the same culture, the same nationality, some stuff like that. This will help you to navigate life easily without much stress. Another thing you should check for is the transport link where you're going. Okay, actually this is UK. Literally most places have good transportation links, but then especially some smaller towns in UK, it might be really stressful sometimes. I have a friend who used to work somewhere, and the buses actually close 6 o'clock, and that's 6 o'clock p.m. At that time she's still at work, like she's still busy at work. So imagine that she tends to walk long distances from that place, or did I say distance? Long distance from that place to her house, and by the time she gets home, she's tired, she can't even do things, she can't cook. It really disrupted her circadian rhythm. She doesn't sleep well, she's not, her stress level was elevated. So at the end of the day, you'll be the one to bear the cost of the unwise decision, if that's what I would call it. Okay, and I know sometimes, of course, we make mistakes. You have to make mistakes to actually correct yourself. Some of us don't have the very comprehensive knowledge about these things. Some of us have based our decision on the limited knowledge resources that we had at that time. Now we know better. It's better to actually know the suitable place. Do your researches, watch videos like this actually before you move. It will go a long way, trust me, it's gonna help you. Lastly guys, one of the things I would tell whoever wants to really relocate to a new area, not necessarily the UK, anywhere you are watching this video, is that if you are not new to the country and you just want to move cities or you want to move states, I would encourage you to go to wherever it is, survey the area, ask questions, because it's a different ball game watching me right now or actually going online to check for facts and figures. It's a different ball game to going there and actually seeing with your eyes, actually asking people, how is this area like? How is it like to own a house here, or to lease a building, or to rent an apartment? Ask questions from the people there physically. Survey the area, go there, know the street you want to purchase a property, know the street you want to rent the house. Ask questions. Doing this will also enlighten you more and also broaden your knowledge about that particular environment. That you've surveyed the environment, you've read about it, you've been there, or you've asked from friends. Now you're happy to relocate to that place. You have to ask yourself, will I be happy going to this place? Your desirability for happiness also goes a long way. You have to desire happiness for yourself. Hope this place is going to suit my mental health, my mental well-being as a person. Do I think I will actually be happy going here? Because without your mental health being in check, does it really make sense? It doesn't really. So is it noise free? Can I afford it? When you ask yourself all these questions, put your priority on the top list. So I think doing this, considering most of these factors, putting your priority on the top list, and don't try to be like every other person. This my friend is moving to London, me too, I will be there. Can you afford it, my dear? If the answer is no, my dear, please step forward. Come here, step forward, step backward. Did I say forward? Step backward. Okay, don't look at other people, don't imitate people because you want to live in that classy environment. That's where you want to go. You run your race. especially in a country, in developed countries, you run your race, you pay your bills, nobody do it for you. Nobody. Even if they will be there, it won't be for a long time. Okay, so make wise decisions that will last long for you, that will, on the long run, you won't regret it. Okay, so guys, I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that these factors are what you should actually look at for, at least based on your own priority, to choose that suitable location for you while relocating to the UK, relocating to America, or wherever you want to relocate to. Okay, not necessarily the UK. All right, I hope you really find this video helpful. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. Ultimately, subscribe, guys, share this video and comment. I'll be right there waiting for you. If you have questions for me, I'm always available to answer you. If you cannot, drop it here in my comment section. I'm also on Instagram at Miss Specs, as you can see on your screen. Yeah, please guys, follow me on my social media platforms. Okay, all right guys, I'll see you in my next one. Until then, you know how we do it. Peace and light always. Mwah.